In this community, and one person especially who this has been a dream for quite some time, and who was very persistent in her attempts to secure these funds and worked very diligently and probably called my office every day for the past year. I'd like to introduce her for a few remarks, Jerry Granby.
Oh. Governor Dukakis, Senator Albano, Representative Marauder, McGlynn, Mayor Perica, members of the City Council, City Manager John Galoni, and friends of Chevalier. In 1980, a group of concerned citizens banded together to save Chevalier Auditorium from being sold to a private developer and turned into an apartment building. Heeding the voices of the people, the City Council voted to save Chevalier and requested the City Manager to establish a Civic Auditorium Commission. In August of 1981, a 5-member commission was sworn in. The work had begun. The Medford Civic Auditorium Commission, with the assistance of the Office of Community Development, applied for funding from the Commonwealth of Massachusetts under Chapter 486 of the Acts of 1980, a financial assistance program which is used to help cities and towns to rehabilitate or build civic auditoriums. In December of 1982, the City of Medford received $295,000 to begin the work of restoring the building. In 1984, the Commission submitted a second proposal to continue the work. In 1985, we were informed that there was no funds remaining. We appealed to local and state legislators to assist us. And it was through the tremendous work and effort of Senator Albano, Representative Marauder, Representative McGlynn, the Executive Office of Financial Planning, the Commissioners Richard Ober, Mary Forty, Joseph Forty, and Anthony P. Mondello, Ellen Martin of the Medford Office of OCD, the Mr. Players, the Medford Arts Council, and the willingness of Governor Dukakis to support and encourage this type of effort.
A letter, Maryland, to you, which reads as follows. I'm pleased to inform you that the City of Medford's request for $2 million of Civic Center Auditorium grant funds for the, do you pronounce it Chevalier?
Chevalier.
Chevalier Auditorium has been approved. Senator Albano was of great assistance to me in explaining the worthiness of the Chevalier project and its importance to the City of Medford. It is my belief that the auditorium's rehabilitation will result in a first-class facility for the performing arts. Congratulations and best wishes. Signed, Frank Keith, Secretary of Administration.
How do I feel about the $2 million grant? I feel great. The grant is a dream come true to a lot of people. All the commissioners and many, many people in Medford.
You know, this paper given to me by Governor Dukakis at the ceremonies held on the steps of Chevalier signifies a partnership composed of Governor Dukakis, Senator Albano, our representatives, members of the City Council, and so many, many people who have worked so hard to get us this far. So this is $2 million. I don't think I've ever held $2 million in my hand before.
Many times what I felt about Chevalier and the money that we are looking for, and feeling is that I fell in love with Chevalier about 5 years ago. Walked in at the place and said, this place has got to be saved.
And I can remember back in the late 40s, a rally when the Vice President of the United States, Alvin Barkley, was present at a rally at Chevalier Auditorium sponsored by the city's Democratic Committee. I can also remember John Kennedy being present at a political function at Chevalier Auditorium, and the late Robert Kennedy as well.
How do I feel about this $2 million? What can I say? Applause. Applauded very well. It was the day before Christmas when I got a knock on the door, and it was Jack McGlynn waving this letter frantically in my face and saying, we got it, we got it, we got it. And of course, that was the best Christmas gift I think the Commission has got that year.
Auditorium being restored. I think it's great, and I think it's probably one of the biggest drawing cards at Medford Square.
The old auditorium in Medford has reached a turning point tonight with a grant from the state worth $2 million. The Chevalier Auditorium, built in the 40s, has been slated for developers, but instead it will be completely renovated. Local performing groups like the Mystic Players are happy with the rebirth of the old building.
It proves that you can beat City Hall.
And there are hopes that not only will it mean a revitalized cultural center, but it will also give new life to the commercial downtown Medford area. The auditorium with 2,000 seats is the 6th largest in the Boston area.
After completing the necessary work to obtain an occupancy permit, the theater opened after 10 years with the Mystic Players production of Showboat.
We have John Costas here. He's also involved in the show and in getting Chevalier renovated. Yes. This has been a pet project of yours for what, 10 years or so?
At least 10 years.
At least 10, right.
Seems like an eternity.
Yeah,
it's been a while, and a lot of people's efforts really went into make it the way it was today, and we owe a lot to the volunteers, the many, many volunteers that have done so much to make this possible with cleaning, painting.
Parking, what can we expect from that? Maybe a new garage?
Well, from what I understand, they're talking about building a new parking garage in a couple of places, which will be a great asset to the city.
You ever conceive of maybe even the Chevalier attracting some big name stars like a Tom Jones or a...
oh, without question.
Tony Bennett or something like that?
They go now to North Shore.
Right.
And they go down to South Shore, so there's no reason why they can't stop between the two.
Oh,
and if they sell out on North Shore, they sell out on South Shore, you know, 1,800 or 2,000 seats in Chevalier would be very simple.
Well, Joe, I wish you luck in the production. I mean, this is not only, it's going to be a great show, but people are going to get to see the renovated Chevalier Auditorium. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about how they can get tickets, when the show is?